Warning, this podcast contains a gambling addiction. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTVpodcast for iZombie Season 2, Episode 6, Max Wager. I'm your host.
Wager?
I'm Max Wager. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Kim.
Ha!
And my co-host, Nikki.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know. You know. Okay, then. Well, what did you guys think of Liv's gambling addiction?
It wasn't an addiction. It was just at the moment.
Yeah, and it wasn't, I mean...
It wasn't her addiction anyways.
Well, yeah, and they didn't, like, push it super a lot. This episode was more story-based than it was.
There were some great moments out of it. There was the barber shop, you know, where she's the Philly cheesesteak. Right? Is that... I don't even know the term.
She used
Philly as in female horse cheesesteak,
yeah.
Yeah.
She rambled off a bunch of crap, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
And then the probably the best payoff was the date with Babinah and his FBI coworker. And she's like, I bet you $10 that you can't make that basket.
All of the awkwardness in that scene.
What do you mean? Much. Liv played that off so smooth.
Liv was not feeling that awkwardness. I think even Major was quite entertained. It was Clive and his lady friend that were...
Major had a little bit of the awkwardness because he had the whole meet cute incident,
there's that.
Looming over, so he's like super paranoid around Babinah. But he was definitely entertained from Liv, for sure.
They're so cute.
Mm-hmm. Adorable.
A G-string, really?
That was hilarious. That scene was hilarious.
So, what are we playing? Strip poker now?
It was so cute.
I gotta put more layers on. I'm not wearing a G-string, that's for sure.
Awkward. No. Change the subject.
I just want to let that awkwardness sit for a little bit. I just figured that was good.
So we meet the boss.
Stacy boss.
We did meet the Stacy boss.
He was like not what I was expecting.
No, I was like, this scrawny little bitch is what's keeping everybody on their toes? What the fuck?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, this guy's weird. But I mean, because first, when he's sitting in the barbershop,
he just
meet him as the barbershop, and he's creepy.
He's very creepy.
Little creepy, very serial killer. Just you're the weird creepy. Yeah, it's a weird creepy serial killer. The one that doesn't really talk to anybody, and has it was just screamed, "I'm a serial killer." So I thought that was where they were going with him. That he was going to come back in like a later episode, and we're gonna have a serial killer on our hands. And it was like, oh, that's not okay. Well.
Mm-hmm.
He probably is some sort of killer. Not serial, but
yeah, it's a whole other mob boss.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to do it himself. He's got the hired guys for him.
Yeah, he's the lackeys.
Yeah.
But he's strange.
Then he busts into Peyton's office, and he's filling in information on her chart.
I think was he filling it in, or was he messing it up, or
I thought he was
it.
like genuinely helping her.
He was,
because he does not give a shit.
That was the vibe that that he was definitely trying to put off. Like, you're nothing. You're just one of a line of shitheads that's attempted to take me down. You're either going to go with me and I'm going to pay you, and you're going to live nice because you're now on my payroll, or I'm gonna kill you.
Because he's like, this information that you have is 2 years old, or 2 months old.
He said 2 years.
2 years old. So it's outdated information, and that's gonna get you nowhere. So you don't really have a case here. And he's just like, yeah, 3 out of 4 of the last DAs, are living very happy lives. So, they all retired early, they came into money. But what about that 4th one? Can't keep track of them all, right? So basically indirectly threatened Peyton.
Pretty much. I mean, it was a blunt. Well, I mean, it wasn't blunt, but it was you either...
It was forward.
Shut your mouth, and I pay you, and you live happy, or I kill you.
Yeah, because she's basically been thrown into the slot, because he said, look at all the past DAs. None of them came right out of law school.
Mm-hmm.
So she's basically a scapegoat. Like, she's set up. She's there for that reason, because nobody else wants the position. So,
I mean, why would you want to take on someone you know that's... I mean, it's not... It's open. Everyone knows that who does all the shit.
mm-hmm.
He's just very good at covering it up so they don't take him. He just pays off people who know too much or kills them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is her current status with Ravi? Do we even know? They really have not addressed that since that one episode like 2 weeks ago.
It looks like it's just an awkward friendship. She just happens to be living there because Major's letting her, and they're being civil about it because that's the only way they can go about things.
Yeah.
That does seem like we haven't really... I mean, obviously, it's they haven't really explored it too much. You just see her there.
Yeah, but Ravi hasn't been talking about other women or dates or anything, either. So
no,
I don't know. Like, I'm kind of curious because we see Peyton in their house this episode, and Major comes out and he's all smiling and humming, and he's
talking to Bacon.
Yeah, he's all happy. Was that this episode or last week? I don't even remember.
Where he talked to Bacon this episode.
Yeah.
He talked to Bacon and he ate eggs out of the thingy.
Yeah, and then the end of the episode when Ravi busts in on him and Liv in the bed. You guys didn't have sex, did you?
Are you decent? Are you decent? Decent enough.
Yeah, they get bed sheets on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That is sad.
That was a crazy fact to find out, that the actual zombie virus is like, what did he say, 80 times smaller or something? It was some crazy number like that than any actual virus.
Yeah, it is the worst STD on the planet.
But we still don't, like, this still comes...
100% of the condom brands that were tested are not effective.
But we still don't know if the cure is a permacure.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, well, see, this episode really kind of brought it more into light than anything. Like, cause, yeah, like the last 2 episodes they've been playing off of, whether or not Major's gonna catch it from Liv. But then this one really dealt with Blaine's personal stance on the whole situation.
Oh yeah.
Does he want to be a zombie? Does he want to be a human? He wasn't anybody until he was a zombie. And he's projecting that onto Liv as well.
He's definitely going through a down spiral thing. I mean, he's kind of wanting to be a zombie again. At the same time, he doesn't. So it's this whole well, I'm happy then I can feel and taste and things, but I don't. He's losing his power.
Right. So it's does he want to be able to eat delicious foods and enjoy his favorite chair and all these things, or does he want his power? That's really what it comes down to.
He is capable of that power as a human. he just needed to know that he could. And I don't think that's actually sank in yet. And I think something's going to happen with his dad where he realizes he doesn't need to be a zombie to get this power he needs.
Right,
Or
but
wants.
he's been fooling his dad this whole time, and his dad believes that he is a zombie still, and so
Until now.
that's what's keeping the power over his father's head. So when his father now finds out that Blaine's not a zombie and kind of turns the tables, that's when Blaine really starts to question things.
That's why he went to get his grandpa's brain so that he could feed it to his dad and make his dad go through all that pain.
Mm-hmm.
And
But-
then
But then Major. Why did Major put him in a freezer instead of in the river?
Yeah,
it looks
well,
like to
it's not just that though. It's there's more people there. So
Yeah, I
has
know.
Major been kidnapping because he's been super paranoid because he's got all these kidnapping things on the news and like we know he's the one going out and doing it, but now we see a body bag, and we see a body next to each other in the trunk, and then when he goes to dispose of the body, he shoots something into the body bag, and then tosses it over the sea. But we still have Blaine's father in the trunk. So then we see him go drop it off in a freezer somewhere.
with
and we're
two
like-
other bodies.
Yeah, so there's two other bodies. So has he been doing this the whole time?
It looks like it to me. It seems those other two bodies looked like the other two people that we assume, because we at this point we didn't know exactly how many people he had taken.
Right.
All we've known is the two for sure, and those two looked like they were in the freezer. To me, it's looked like he's
one of them
taking
the one
these.
with the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it looks like he's taking these mannequins, putting them in body bags, because remember there were all those mannequins in the room, staging it to make it look like he's doing it because he thinks someone's watching, which they probably are because they have been pretty much. So to make it look like he's doing what they want while protecting Liv, but not jeopardizing the way he is,
Right.
the person that he is. So he's not a bad guy, technically.
So what happens when these zombies get thawed?
Good question.
They're probably going to be able to walk out of there.
And they're probably gonna be very, very hungry.
And
Yeah,
the one that's going to impact the most is clearly going to be Blaine's father.
Oh yeah.
definitely.
But at least the other guy gets his dog back.
That's gonna be what he cares about.
That is like that Miner misses his owner.
Maybe he'll
Yeah,
turn a dog
well-
into a zombie.
Maybe he'll be another one of them zombies that gets to hang out with all the other zombies and the cool people in the Major house.
Maybe
Maybe he'll turn into a recurring character.
the Were Terrier.
We'll have
No, I'm
zombie
not talking about
parties.
Miner. I'm talking about the Miner's owner.
Talking about the owner.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a house full of zombies. Zombie party.
Yeah, a zombie frat house.
Except Blaine's dad, because Blaine's dad is an asshole.
And I'm curious
Well-
though, what happens if Blaine or Major turns into a zombie, like tracks the zombie virus again? Like, is it gonna mutate? Maybe that's the first step of Were Terrier.
Make it so that it's transmissible between species. Like it mutates like that.
I don't know, because like, I feel they've been cured of the virus. So if they get it again, I don't feel like
gonna
they're
be
gonna
different.
contract the same virus because
Yeah.
Because
when-
viruses mutate, and once you
when
have
your
the vaccine,
body builds
you're not.
up an
Yeah.
immunity to a cold,
Mm-hmm.
you can never get that same cold again. Like, so if you were to get somebody sick, right, and then you get over it and they're still sick, they can't give it back to you.
No.
Your body already fought it off. Otherwise, you'd just be pushing the same thing back and forth forever, and it would never go away. But so in this case, when they cure it, the body's already fought it off and knows how to fight it. Like, so it should not, if it's a typical virus, we don't know, but they should not be able to contract it again. And that's why I'm wondering if, because we see them last episode and stuff that Ravi was playing around with the cure, and him and Blaine were fighting over that vial and the instant kill for zombies and stuff like that. But like, what if in Ravi's search for the cure ends up creating something worse or different, I guess.
A mutated version.
Yeah.
Well, he did create something. It was the zombie killer. So, I mean, he scratched that, obviously.
Right. But I'm saying,
I
because,
mean,
like, the common cold continues to evolve, and that's why there's no cure for the common cold. It's because it's always coming and it's always different. So that's why you're always able to catch it.
Same with the flu. The flu mutates.
Yeah, so maybe there's other strands of this zombie virus that can have other effects and not necessarily be zombies and stuff. I don't know.
That's why when you start getting the other things, like the werewolves and
That's
the...
what I'm hoping.
That'd be interesting that it all comes from the exact same...
Utopium.
Yeah, it's just a mutated different version of it.
But yeah.
Fabricated supernaturals.
Yeah. Other than that, we had a potential zombie turtle.
That was weird.
The turtle was a little weird. I don't know. They like to emphasize pets in this show quite often.
Yeah, they do. I honestly think it's leading to that whole weird terrier thing. I don't know.
I was totally expecting that turtle to have something written on the bottom of his shell.
so was I. But, I mean, as far as the whole pets things go, I mean, it's actually one of the more human things that humans do.
Right.
Is take on pets, things that they can take care of.
But this is what is this? We had the second dog that we've dealt with. We had the
There was a Cocker Spaniel.
the Cocker Spaniel, and then we have the
Basset Hound.
Basset, and now the turtle.
Was it this episode or last episode that they showed the zombie with the not using the cane to get the brains?
That was not the last episode, though. One before that, I think.
I don't know. I think it was 2 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
they got a hold of Liv's blood, and
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was last episode because me and Clio were talking about it.
Yeah. So they didn't really do anything with that yet.
No, I think they're gonna try and do something with the whole Blaine's dad thing first, because I mean they wouldn't have made it a spectacle, and they wouldn't have made Blaine almost break down into wanting to be a zombie again. Like you saw how fucking wasted he was.
Right. I'm just curious what Max Rager has planned to do with Liv's blood.
And he did the unthinkable, which is obviously he cares about his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
He killed his grandfather to get back his dad.
Yeah.
And he wasn't too happy about that. So that when his dad gets stolen, and the other guy runs up and goes, "Oh, we're so lucky," and he's all like, "I'm gonna stab you."
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of loose threads here that all need to get woven back into the mix here. So I don't exactly know how they're gonna tie it all together, but
I don't know. There is a lot of going on. Ow. A lot of little tidbits here and there, and they don't.
I mean,
They're
there's
coming.
a lot of...
Sorry.
Go ahead, because I mean, mine's kind of bitter.
Oh, okay. They seem to start to try to come together, but they need more. Okay, go.
I mean, yeah, they have the tidbits where the real story is about the zombie infection, right? But we saw a lot of just sex this episode. They want sex so bad. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want... Just stop it. That doesn't matter to me.
It was attempting to tie into the whole...
They were attempting, but it just seemed like...
Yeah.
Major had a major hard-on the whole fucking time.
a major hard-on.
A major hard-on.
Why were you focused on Major's hard-on?
Because he made it apparent like every fucking scene he was in.
Oh.
He's a pretty man.
He's holding a 2.
Too long? Too thick.
The two of clubs.
A club? That sounds like something you should get checked out.
No, they were playing poker. Jesus Christ. I don't know. It seemed like they were playing poker backwards for some reason. I don't know.
Was the lower card was the one. If you have a lower card, you win. Apparently.
Yeah. Okay. seemed really off to me.
It was weird. Took me a second. I think it took the second one where I realized, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's the lower card. You are the winner, and the other person has to take up clothes. And obviously, Liv didn't prepare for that and didn't put as much clothes on.
No, she had like one shirt on, no bra.
I no, I think she was very well prepared. She knew what she was doing.
She might have just had like a onesie on. She took
Onesie.
one thing off and Major's like, okay, I guess we're done.
That's what he said. He's like, that did it for me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's in fucking 7 layers of clothing.
Socks and apparently a G-string.
Yeah. Good for you, Major. Good for you. You guys have anything else for this episode? No, B, we're not playing poker. Next week, the episode
She's
is
peeking
called...
like Robbie is. You know? He's a Robbie peeker.
Mm-hmm. Next week, the episode is called Abracadaver. I like the pun. It's all an illusion. Liv consumes the brains of a death-obsessed illusionist who was murdered in cold blood during a magician's convention in Seattle. As Liv and Detective Babineau investigate the case, she uses her new skills to help narrow down the suspects pool. Oh, God. Pick a card, any card. That's our suspect. Meanwhile, Blaine gives Liv some interesting news, and Ravi makes a decision, but things don't end up going quite as planned. Finally, Major continues to distance himself from Liv.
Oh, here we go.
Ravi's gonna move on to rats, or move off from rats to minor.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be terrible. Don't do that. He's going to go with the turtle first.
They have the turtle?
No.
No.
Babineau does.
That's how we get the rare terrier.
Well, I mean, he's not he's not like a werewolf. He's a zombie.
They very well could. Maybe he does go and experiment on minor.
I mean, that's a step up from rats, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah, it would be the... Wait, now Major's pulling away from Liv? Make up your mind.
Well, they can't have sex.
And yeah, she was. I mean, after
That's all he
finding out
wanted.
that they can't have
That's all he
because
wanted.
it's like
Now he can't have it, so
typical guy. Seriously.
it's true. I resemble that statement. I can't wait to see how the magic is going to get thrown into all this.
If it's anything that I've seen as of late from all those people on YouTube, it'll be amazing.
Probably not. They're probably going to go the cheesy magician route with the dove and,
You mean like David Blaine? Cheesy?
Worse than David Blaine.
Oh my god, can you imagine if she goes really heavy on the eyeliner and greases her hair up?
Oh my god.
All in
that
the
would be
front?
amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Well, I just want... We have to have the colored scarves, the endless colored scarves coming out of her.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
No.
Gotta have that. We need a dove.
That's
There has
pure
to be.
cheese.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be cheese. This show lays in the cheese. Parmesan even. We're gonna have
Parmesan
doves.
smells like stinky feet.
Nacho
It
cheese.
does. It does. We're gonna have doves, scarves, probably some disappearing balls, which are gonna be Major's. That's why he's running away.
They're retracted back inside his body.
And on that note, Kim, we're done here. Kim, where can the people find you?
You're like, I'm done. HUFFITY,
Nikki, where can the people find you?
Oh, mine Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOME. It's like the bouncing ball, like, sing along. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. /ASOTVpodcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week. Are you ready?
Laters. Bye. Shut up.